Hello YouTube, it's Sarah. I'm in my sunroom because everyone in my house is sleeping even though it's 9 o'clock in the morning. So you might hear some traffic noise, but this is the best place for me to film right now, and I just wanted to do a video about some of the work that I've been doing. I didn't know that there was such a community for cross stitch on YouTube, and I've been doing a project for about a year now. I actually just finished it in May, and I started some new things in May, so I thought I'd share because nobody here really cares about what I'm doing, but I think it's cool, and I want to show those of you out there that might be interested in some of the things I've been working on. They're not really kits that you can buy, and they're not patterns from heaven and earth. I actually mostly did stuff off of Pick to Pat on the website, so I don't know if it's as interesting as some of the other videos that I've watched, but I don't know, I just wanted to share what I've been working on and some of the things that I've made mistakes on, because this is my first work, but it was actually pretty complicated for being the first thing I've ever done. So anyway, I'm going to change the camera to focus on the desk and show you what I have. So the first thing I did differently this month was I upgraded my floss, and I hated this. Putting this together was such a pain in the butt, and I actually had to start a new one, which it was so hard to get these because all the craft stores are closed right now. I ended up ordering these online and then picking them up from Michael's, and they're bigger than I thought they would be, so I probably would have gotten a smaller box, or a few of the smaller boxes, just because these are so bulky, but I didn't see them in person. So I'll make do with what I have. Before I put these together, I was using these boxes. I had two of them, and they were just full of floss, and these are the ones I still have yet to put on the bobbins. But so every time I change a color, I'd have to sort through all these floss to find the color that I was looking for. So it was really time consuming, and that's when I realized, before starting any more projects, I needed to change my method to something a little easier, and I have been grateful for it. I do enjoy the organization. It was just so difficult to get that together. So I wanted to start first by showing you my finished piece. So this is the first cross stitch I did, which it's a full coverage, and I did it on Pick to Pat, so there's a lot of confetti and stuff in it, which I didn't even know what these things were when I was doing this. But anyway, I did it more of for like just, it was soothing. I thought it was soothing, so I worked on this every night. This is my Cuphead my Cuphead piece. So I really like video games. I don't play them as much as I used to, but this was a video game piece, and then I also am working on a new one that's a video game. But I really like how this turned out. I made a few mistakes on some of the areas, and my counting was off, so I had to quick patch things up to make it work. So there's some things I learned in it. My back is just crazy atrocious, but I didn't do the parking method. I'll talk more about that in a minute, but I just kind of did the areas and then tied them off after I was done with them. But there's a lot of detail to this. It was not the easiest and near the end, because I did all the big pieces early on, and then nearing the end it was all these little areas. I didn't do one section at a time. I kind of jumped around to keep it interesting, and I think that was a mistake. I'm not going to do that again. in future work. I'm going to try to stay in one section. So anyway, that's my finished piece. It took me about a year to work on that, although most of the work was done from October to May. I worked on it every night and kind of got into the habit of cross stitching with that. So the two new pieces, the first one, and I'd show you a picture of it here. I want to do a work for Don't Starve Together, which is my absolute favorite video game. I really like this artwork because it's close to the original style. I don't know if it was done by the original artist, but I want to make sure to get some sort of artwork that reflected the specific drawing style of the video game, which I'm very fond of. I also like that it features Wicker Bottom, which is the lady in the middle, because she's my favorite. I play her all the time. So this is very, very large, and I don't have the whole piece kind of spread out, but I have just the corner that I'm working on. And since starting this, I got some upgrades. So I got a Q frame, a Q snap frame with the grime guard to put this in. But this is where I'm at. Basically, I'm just working on the black right now. Now, if you see here, I have tried, I'm going to take this off. I tried doing the parking method. I have a bunch of threads here. Oh, look, they're all tangled too. But I started doing the parking method and I hated it. I just don't like, I don't like this. I don't like, on the back, I don't like all the thread that gets used up. Just look how messy that is. I don't know. And then compared to this, which I know this is all one color, but that's similar to how it looks when I use a lot, well, I'll show you on my other one, when I use a lot of just moving around and tying off the threads. I just don't like all that extra stuff on the back, so I don't think I'm going to be doing the parking method anymore. But basically, I mean, oops, sorry. Basically, I'm working on the black right now. There's a lot of black that goes across the top, which makes it easier to me to just focus on that. So my other piece I'm working on, I'm doing a lot of the smaller colors, the finer details, and then when I get kind of sick of doing that, I can just move over to this piece and do these large sections, which has kind of been nice. I know that won't last forever, but this is the label, the title right here, Don't Starve Together. You can kind of see that coming together. And so, yeah, I've been working on this since around the 8th of May. So from this point, I mean, it hasn't been a full month this month, but from this point on it will be. So I'll try to do updates on this every month. So the other thing I'm working on is a lovely like stained glass window for Legend of Zelda. I'm making this for my youngest boy. His name's Lincoln, and we call him Link a lot of times. So we kind of attribute him to the video game, and I really like Legend of Zelda. I like the old style RPGs. So I really wanted to make this piece just for those two reasons, basically. And it will be for him. Once I get one of these done, or the third one that I'll talk about, I do want to actually get a heaven and earth design. My daughters both are very fond of dragons, so that makes it easy. I'll pick something on heaven and earth. Actually, my youngest daughter already picked out the design that she wants, but yeah, so they're very big and complicated, so I'm kind of intimidated, but for the meantime, in any case, this is what I've been working on with the Legend of Zelda piece. So like I said, I'm trying to mostly stick in one area. I think it's a lot easier and better to do that than with my Cuphead, which I really kind of moved around a lot. But with this one, I like that I'm just mostly sticking this in this one area. And there's a lot of detail. I don't know if I can get that on here because the tripod's in the way. There. There's a lot of detail, a lot of different colors. Thank gosh Joann Fabrics is open again because I keep having to run there and get more floss. I actually am going today. I need 4 more colors to try to complete this corner, but it is important to me to try to just stick in one area and then move my way down. So that's the plan for this. I also got this needle minder. I never had those before, so there were a few times I lost my needle. I think I have a needle stuck into my mattress that kind of got pushed in and I can't get it out, so yeah, anyway, I got a grime guard for this. I bought this on eBay, but I don't like the way that it looks. Well, it's not functional. It's too thick, so I'm probably never going to use this. It's disappointing. But you see how, I mean, it fits on there nicely. Maybe I could store it this way, but look at this. I can't get to the whole corner. So I don't know, maybe I'll use this when I'm working more in the middle. As I work my way down, I might use it more, but it's not really functional for me right now, so I've just been leaving it off. I tried even doing it like this, but it's too much in the way, doing it like that, to just try to keep the dirt down. And if you've noticed on my Don't Starve, I don't know if you noticed this, there's this dirt here, can you see? This is my son's foot, because I had this up against the wall and he tried to use it as a climbing ramp to get on my bed, because most of the time I stitch in bed. So I want to show you the last project I have. Those are the 2 projects. So those are the 2 projects that I'm working on right now. I also got this off of eBay, and this is before I knew about Heaven and Earth, which, I mean, I did look on there after the fact. I didn't see a whole lot of designs that I liked as far as Christian related. I wanted to do something Christian, especially Christmas style, so I could do something I could hang up during Christmas time. So I thought, what better than a nativity? I'm not going to be doing, you know, a Santa Claus piece or anything, so I thought the nativity would be perfect. I might do a cross piece down the road for Easter, to hang for Easter, but this I thought was really appropriate for Christmas. So I didn't do much more than purchase the design, and the other 2 that I'm working on I did on Pick to Pat, and I want to stick with them because I love them, but I think from this point forward I will be purchasing a lot of designs instead of doing it on Pick to Pat. But anyway, I purchased this design, but all I did was really print out the first page and then the colors, so I could get myself going as far as purchasing these at the store. So anyway, I'll have more on that. I'm going to start that at some point this month. I have one more Q-Snap, this cute little 8x8 jobby, so I'll be using this for this nativity to start in the corner. So I'll start that at some point this month, and I'll have an update on that in July. So that's everything I have to show you. Thanks for staying on till the end. I know I'm not in any way an expert. It's more of a hobby, just something I'm not going to be doing competitively or anything like that. But any advice or feedback you have is greatly appreciated, and I'll try to keep up with updates every month. Well, I will commit to that. So I'll post another update in July to show you what I've been doing, and I'll see you then.